up, Boyd? Fixing to show your seasonings, man. Coach Jay cooked with one of them tonight.
I did. Are we live on all things? Do
I think so. You got
I
yours?
think so. I got that. Hey, welcome to season 3, week number 10.
10? 10. Wow.
Of Coach Jay's Gridiron BBQ in North Texas High School Football. Brought to you by Sports Center's Coach Jay's Gridiron Football Show, North Texas Football Show mug. If you need a trophy or a mug, go to Sports Center.
That's right.
Tom
Does a good
Bruce.
job.
Jet tries to steal mine every time he comes. I've enjoyed it.
They're a
immensely.
collectible item. You have to be on the show to get one.
Yes.
Coach Ritchie's
think
got him one.
One of these days, they'll be worth a lot of money.
Yeah, our other sponsor is Big Papa's Spicing Barbecue Spices, and one that you use tonight is the
All-purpose rub.
right here, Big Papa's, and this is legit stuff too.
Got
guys.
a little bit of kick to it.
Yeah, if
But
you like a kick, he's got this one. It's the hot rub. I use both of these in I do competition beans. I actually cook for Big Papa's beans and use both of those seasonings.
That's the one I want to use on pulled pork.
Yeah, sweet honey, hot honey. Coach Jay's going to try some of that on some pulled pork. You got that?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome. And then this is a good one too. This steak seasoning he has, man, is really good.
I
That's
want to
my
try that
go-to
on my
on a
next
steak.
ribeye.
Yeah, it's really good, and he got a couple more coming out. But we'd like to thank Big Papa's. He's got some places around town that you can find his stuff. So if you see it, I know Sutherland's is one of them. A couple other places.
I love Sutherland's. That's a good store.
I could see you liking Sutherland's.
I do. I forgot to mention Rudy Hawkins here, our guest host, always. Well, not always, but pretty close.
Yeah, most
90%
of the time.
of the time.
Some of us got to work, not fully
Got
retired
a good
yet.
attendance
I
rate.
think
Yeah.
it's probably better than his high school career.
Maybe
And
so.
from Archer City, all the way from Archer City, home of the Last Picture Show, right in Ritchie.
Yeah, man, thanks, Coach Ritchie, for coming
We
out tonight.
appreciate it. And over in the Peanut Gallery, we have Kevin Wright that comes from Archer City via I coached Kevin at Colorado City back in the 20th century. So Kevin was on
Yeah. The crowd goes wild for Kevin.
he played football, basketball, and baseball for us. I don't remember him doing track.
Maybe shot disc.
No.
We were talking about that, how you look different a little bit after a few years out of school and you get older. We were talking about Cliff Watkins being a quarterback. You look at him now, you would never think that, you know.
Definitely not.
I don't remember when Kevin, I don't remember who batted behind him in baseball, but Kevin would leg out a single or a walk or something. And he'd get down there, I'd always be the first base coach, and we'd be, no outs, make sure the line shot gets through, me moving on the ground ball, all that baseball stuff. He goes, Coach, whoever it was is about to hit into a double play. And sure enough, the guy would hit the tailor-made double play short to second, or he would hit it to second, the short, and every time, man.
Get your glove ready.
Get your glove ready.
Yeah, it would always be. Can't we ever just bet somebody else there?
Hey, before we get into what you cooked tonight, Big Papa's also has 2 new seasonings coming out. It's Meemaw's apple pie.
Oh,
And it tastes, I've had the trial of it, and it tastes just like apple pie. It's unbelievable.
I guess
how it
you
tastes
put
just like
that on a
apple pie.
rib
That's what I'm thinking.
or a pork loin.
Yes, I think either one would be really good. And the other one, which I'm so proud of, is Uncle Rudy's Chicken Rub.
All right. Uncle Rudy.
He was looking for a name, and I said, hey, I think I got one for you. How about Uncle Rudy's Chicken Rub? And he went with it. So
I'd like to try
I'm ready for that to come
I'd like to
out.
try that on my leg, those lollipops.
Yes. Yeah, that would be good. So we'll get some of those when they get in. We'll get them to you, Coach Jay, and let you try that out on your cooks and bring some coaches out here and let them taste it.
Well, We do like to eat.
We do like to eat. And speaking of eating,
We had now. I can cook them, but I don't know how to pronounce them. I think Birria tacos.
maybe.
Yeah, Birria.
Maybe.
Birria.
Birria. Yes.
Birria.
Ah, I like it.
And it was it's an all day love affair. If you like a little bit of a spice, I think the original tacos are made out of goat meat or beef cheek. Well, I don't have a goat. I thought about getting my neighbors.
Probably a good thing you didn't. They might be over here.
But they've got show goats, and they might get mad if I butcher a goat just so we could have supper. So I went with a chuck roast, and I woke up this morning. It was nice and cool outside for the first time all year.
It wasn't just. It was cold this morning.
Yeah, it was cold.
Come out and
I know
lit the smoker, and I put that all-purpose rub all over it and let it, get some juice going. Now I put it on smoker till noon, so I got it on about 8:30, and I put it on to about 12:30. Meanwhile, back in the house, I sauteed. I took some dehydrated peppers, poblanos, and Anaheim chilies that were, the red ones that you buy at the store. If you get hot, we can turn that.
I'm not getting
I
hot.
feel good.
Feels good right now. I might be getting cold.
But I
Kevin's gonna
sauteed
get
them
cold.
in a little bit of oil, salt, and pepper, and put them in a blender. And then I sauteed some onions with some garlic in it. It really made the house smell good. Then put tomatoes in there with it. Put it in the blender. Put some beef stock in there. And I want to say something else, but I'm forgetting off the top of my head. But I blended it up real good. Put it on a burner and let it heat up and boil just a second. Turn it down and let it sit. So hopefully those flavors mix well. And that's a adobo sauce. So about 12:30-ish, I came out. Now I'm cooking that chuck roast on at 250. And chuck roast can be really good. And you want to be able to pull them, and the goal is to cook it to 210 degrees internally, just like a pork butt, so you can shred that thing with your hands. And we got it there. But
Yeah, it was very good.
So good.
Very soft.
I put half of that adobo sauce in a Dutch oven at 1, and put that meat down in there and just let it braise in there. And I turned down my temperature to 250 because I have nothing but time.
Yeah,
And,
we had plenty of time.
Let it slow cook. And then when it got to 210, I pulled it, and then I poured a little of the adobo sauce on it because I think it just gives it that much better flavor. Came back out when it was time to eat. We put it on we took a flour tortilla, dipped it in the adobo sauce, put it on the Blackstone back there. Put some of that shredded beef on there and some
Cheese.
some Mexican cheese.
Yeah.
I can't think of the name of it, and just grilled it on both sides. Let all that stuff mix, and it was good. And we got one.
Yeah, I left one half just so we had one. And by the way, if you look behind us, we got the World Series game. I'm not sure if they're going to go 18 innings tonight or not, but
nonetheless, that's a finished product. Whoop, right there. It's got all kinds of cheese.
Perfectly cooked.
Melted in there. It's good.
We talked about it a little bit. You've cooked some of these at home.
Tried my best. Yeah. Twice.
Yeah.
They weren't as good as his.
Yeah.
Mine were a lot more citrusy tasting.
Gotcha.
I used too many bay leaves.
Well, that's a great.
But that's the only way you get better at cooking.
Try it. Got to do it.
You just got to do it.
Maybe one day when I'm retired, I can do a little more.
Yeah, and that's what we tell people all the time. They're like, "Well, how do you do this? Is this the wrong way?" There's not a wrong way if you like it.
Now it can get you fired, but if you live close to your work, you can sneak off every once in a while.
I sure do. I live about a quarter mile from my work.
Yeah, I've got multiple smokers.
We talked about that last week. How you can't have enough. I mean, you got to have a little of everything. just in case, right?
Yeah, you never know.
And if especially on days when the wind's not blowing, you can light your smoker before you go to work. Come home after like junior high practice, set your temperature. If you got your meat ready to go on, you put it on, and go back to school in a hurry.
See, if you would have had that pellet grill a long time ago, you could have been a lot easier for you, and you wouldn't have to come over here and really
I
fight that
honestly
fire.
thought about putting one up behind the.
I'm glad you can talk about this now.
Well, and that's what every once in a while, the one that I've got on wheels, I would drag up there and just cook all day on it.
Yeah.
And generally, I'd feed the coaches or something with it just to make it legal. But
fortunately for me, like we have that big cooker right outside the field house right there. We'd light that thing up during the day, and we could cook for the coaches and have food down there for them and every now and then because I was down there anyhow.
Yeah.
So, hey, Frank, did you bring the sheet tonight?
I think I got it in one of my pockets.
Okay, good deal. If you look real close, when Coach Jay gets back over here, you'll notice he's wearing a blue bandana, and that's because of the City View win over the Holiday Eagles this past week. So he's got him a blue bandana on. That's the only thing I could get him to wear blue. So,
well, technically,
Lee Schubert, come on out, man. We're always letting people come out here.
I got
Glad
a
to have you. But that's his blue for the City View win. for us.
Yes,
I didn't have to wear no red this week.
it was a little side bet that we didn't talk about, but
Got to do what you got to do.
got to make life a little bit of fun. But I went to three different ball games last week, and one of them was the Memorial Mavericks, and I stayed long enough to see a record-setting touchdown pass. Then went into a lightning delay.
Yeah, so I want to rewind a little bit. I want to go back to last week. Last week was a crazy week with weather, right? And there were a few games that played on Friday. And and I want to talk to Coach Ritchie about this because you were one of them.
We're the only ones, and the only ones that played on Friday and didn't move the time up. We're the only ones. Yep.
So I kind of live on that side of town by Iowa Park, and so I'm just curious. I mean, how was the weather?
What time did y'all get started?
We started on time. We didn't have a delay.
No delays.
No delay. We started on time. The field was a little muddy and a little wet.
I bet the kids had fun.
But yeah, they did, and it was an awesome game. It was a really fun game. And me being a younger coach, I had to do something I've never done before, which is get mud out of white jerseys.
Pressure washer.
That's what I did.
Yep.
I use a pressure washer.
Yep.
I've never had to do
Go
that.
to the car wash or have a pressure washer
got one at home
at the house.
Yep.
Yeah,
I got
perfect.
and that worked like a charm. But we didn't have it. We started on time and we didn't have a delay. It rained the whole game, but we never had any lightning.
You read like on the Nike jersey. I don't know what kind y'all got, but it'll say "Do not soak."
We got Nike,
and all that, and you play on a muddy field. Those instructions go out the window.
You got to soak.
Pressure wash and soak and wash.
Yeah,
look at them.
Keep going.
Go again.
Yeah.
Those are the games like we talk about all the time. Those are the games that the kids are always going to remember. They're going to remember playing in that. I was very surprised that the weather held up that you got the game in.
I was too. And, I mean, you talk about a game where it kind of goes exactly how both teams want it to go. We'll talk about this later when we're talking about the game this week. But, they run the flex bone and we run the single wing. So I want to say off the top of my head, each team had the ball 5 times the whole game. And
that's a fast guy.
Man, the clock never stopped. It never stopped. That game was over, I think, before 9:00.
It's funny you said that. Coach Tackett and I at Windthorst, we talk about it a lot. We played one year over at Windthorst, and it was right when we took over. We were trying to rebuild our program. We were in red and bone triple option, and that's back when they were wing T. And so we played that game, and we played the game, loaded the bus, got back home, and there were still games being played.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And it was one of those just super fast game. It was like, I think we punted once, maybe they punted one time. It was just back and forth the whole game. and everybody was going for it on 4th and 2. You
That's
just go
what-
for it, keep
yep.
going, get your first downs.
When
And
I
it was the
was in high
fastest game
school-
I've ever been part of, and Tackett still say to today that it was the fastest game he's ever been part of.
When I was in high school, of course, everybody ran the ball back then.
Yeah, it was illegal to forward pass, I
You
think.
threw it where
That
Fish
was a
Week
penalty, wasn't it?
considered- was pretty close. But we'd start our games at 8 o'clock, and we'd be done by 10. I'd be at Mr. Gaddy's at in the mall by 10:30.
Yeah.
Man, Mr. Gaddy's used to be a great place to go. I remember they had the one over there off of it was in that little shopping center now. It was out there kind of, I just remember going when we'd play at Quanah's or JC Park football games. We'd go to Mr. Gaddy's after games sometimes.
Well,
I still got a.
that was my junior year. My senior year, Coach Ball had us over to his house. But
Gotcha.
I've still got a Mr. Gaddy's card in my wallet from college that's got probably 40,000 tickets on it. So
well, you can go. I guess you can go out to Walmart and maybe
See if
cash
you can
them in.
change them in for a pizza.
Pizza.
me and my 2 roommates in college, every Wednesday they had 25-cent. It was 1 token for every game, and we would rack up tickets for our entire college career. And we never spent them.
You know, there's some things worth holding on to.
I got it.
Next week, not this weekend, I got to go to Lubbock for a wedding,
Yes.
and
You
somewhere.
got a college ID to get a discount.
Damn right. I still got my tech ID in here somewhere. Well, nonetheless, I hang on to it. I'm going to try to get it. If I don't get it, then I said, well, what about the
Senior
senior
citizen,
citizen
yeah.
discount?
I think you should just probably roll with that one. I don't even think you have to pull a card out.
Well, at Rose's Cantina, which I love, they just automatically give it to me, that discount. That kind of, at first, it kind of made me mad.
But then you realize.
And I thought, hey, I'm going back tomorrow.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There's
Still have
one
yours.
It's because of him.
You keep it, right?
Yeah, it's because of him.
Coach Wright's got it on hand.
I've
Yeah.
got mine somewhere. My
That's
family
funny.
gets embarrassed when I pull it out. I got my Midwestern in the
Oh,
house too.
man, I couldn't tell you where mine was.
Yeah, I held on to it like the Grim Reaper.
But yeah, when we were at the show, on the show last week, and I'm like, when I left, I told Frank, I said, "Hey Frank, holler at me Monday, and we'll go watch Archer City Electric."
Well, I
remember me saying that when we walked out. I'm like, they're not playing.
I didn't think we would either, and
But it worked out.
especially on a grass field, I thought it might rain so much that it would be unplayable. And
No, they don't get unplayable that night.
It's
Saturday
after
morning,
the game.
It might have
might
been.
be.
Yeah, it might be in bad
Top of
shape.
Texas League might have had trouble.
See, I'll take
Yeah.
y'all's word for it. I'm not very experienced. I coached at nothing but big schools before this. I never played on a grass field till I got to Archer.
Yeah,
What you
it's-
do,
Don't. After we got turf, I said I could never coach at a school that didn't have turf anymore.
Oh, I'm telling you.
It's way too much work.
I'm telling you.
Way too much work. I remember calling Frank all the time. I said, "Hey, I went on and painted our field for the junior high game because we had turf." And he would be out there with his robot. And I'm like, "I thought you had a robot to it." He goes, "Yeah, but I got to babysit it."
ever since
Can I give one of your former players? Can I give a shout out to Peyton Jackson real quick?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
Best field painter in the state.
Oh.
He is a stud field painter.
Yeah, he takes it, and that's how it is. I mean, when you do have a grass field and that's what
You
you
gotta
got,
take
he's
pride
got to
in
have
it.
pride in it.
He's good at it.
Yeah.
He's good. He's a slightly above average DC.
Yeah, there we go. Now we're
yeah,
talking.
Yeah, but very good field painter. Very good field painter. Just kidding.
if you
Good DC.
if you've never painted a field, you don't know what you're missing.
Yeah.
And
No,
then
it's
when
a lot
you
of
get
work.
turf, you realize this is really nice.
This is
Yeah.
wow. I felt like I was in NFL.
we had a grass field at Colorado City, and our maintenance department's always painted it, which was really nice. Except one time we had one guy that he was crooked,
Yeah.
and it cost me a first down.
Yeah.
But
I'm
Yeah.
surprised Larry
it
Paul
wasn't
didn't
James
paint it.
Owens. It was some young guy they hired. I don't want to say his name, and I think he might have been drinking on the job that day.
Am I sitting with two guys that know who Larry Paul is?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. I'm surprised he
LP
didn't paint it.
LP was there. He did it for a long time, and when the thing about public school system, a lot of times you become a training program for people. Even if they're not in school, they get on with the maintenance job, and you send them to get their license to spray weeds and bugs and all kinds of stuff, and then they go for a better paying job.
Yeah.
So LP worked for us for a long time, and then I'm not going to say his name.
Don't go
We hired him.
there.
We hired one guy that got arrested. That was a bad deal. But I said, I would get on that ref. I said, that's the first down. He said, not by the way your lines are painted.
Michael.
And he was right. I mean,
That's why you have
That's
chains, right?
That's
yeah,
rare.
but the chains were on the yard line on the far side, and we weren't on the yard line on our side.
Mm.
There was about a yard difference. Anyway, so one side of the field was it was bad coaching. One side of the field, it was about a 9.5 yard first down if you go by the lines, and about 11
You got to
and a half.
run that way.
It was about 11 and a half on our sideline.
You got to run that way.
Longer
That's
play.
it for sure.
That is one thing about that robot. It painted perfect lines.
You just had to babysit it.
Yeah, you had to make sure it didn't run out of paint. And when the wind started blowing, that tower that would connect it to the satellites would go to shaking. And that robot would go to shaking too. So most of the time, you try to start painting at
Before the
6 in the morning, and you could paint to about 10:30, 11 o'clock. And then once you got your lines and the hash marks all done, the H in the middle of the field wasn't that big a deal. So I would, if you didn't run out of battery, you had to keep the batteries charged. Otherwise, it was a chore.
Yep.
Anyway,
Sorry, I got to stand one of those
Memory
rabbit holes.
lane.
We got those.
I
We
didn't
go
know
down the
those-
rabbit holes every now and then.
I didn't know those robots were around at that point. I thought those were like brand new.
It was like his last
It
year.
was the last 2
2
years.
years.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had to learn how to use it
When did Holiday get turf?
right after I retired.
Okay.
Like he retires, they get turf, they get a new weight room.
Okay.
I did all kinds of stuff. A
kind of
laundry
starting
room.
to put two and two together. Hey, somebody had to get it to that point, though, right?
That's right.
That's
That's
exactly
the way
right. Yeah.
Yeah, Frank and I, we talked about it a little bit last week. It's like, we talked every day, I think it seemed like, but we always root for each other every week but one.
Yep.
Right.
Well, and somebody told me this one time, and this was in Colorado City. I was bitching about our facilities.
Complaining.
Yes, complaining, not pitching. I wouldn't quit. And they said, well, facilities don't win championships. And it kind of stuck.
Hey, Shannon Owens asking a question to you, Frank. Did you paint the H black one time?
I did not paint it black. I know who did.
Was it Shannon Owen?
No.
No.
Sworn to secrecy.
But anyway, moving along.
Moving
I got
on.
us down a rabbit hole, but that's kind of what we do here.
Yeah, it's fun.
It worked out. Everything went to Thursday. Kind of rushed me because I had a sale Friday morning. I had to sell 30 pounds of pulled pork. And
That's why you painted it black?
no. And
Gonna
So,
see if you would-
Memorial was playing Thursday,
okay,
and
we're
they
back on
moved theirs
track.
to 6 o'clock. And my granddaughter was dancing in the drill team at 5:45, and I couldn't leave. I left the pulled pork going. Me and the Miss Tammy went over and watched my granddaughter play. And then we started, I was going to watch the first quarter and come back to town, and Castle Boy threw a nice little touchdown pass.
Former Arch City Wildcat.
Yeah, and set a record for WFISD. And
Sure did.
then lightning started.
And that was
We
in
left.
3 years.
Came home and checked the pulled pork, pulled it off,
Perfect.
got it. Yeah, I was actually perfect on the temperature. If the lightning, I think the good Lord was taking care of me. 'Cause he got me home. I got the pork off. I got it rested. I drove back to Wichita, picked up Miss Tammy because she went out there with her granddaughter. They went to Chick-fil-A and went to the playground. We got home. I drove over to the Holiday City View game and kind of kept up with the Memorial game, and I was surprised. I thought after that first series, you never know. I thought after that first series, Memorial would win. that game, their game this week against Plainview is huge.
Yeah.
Just for the standings, Paladino is 4-0, Cooper 4-1, Wiley 2-2, Lubbock Cooper 2-3 now. Legacy, Memorial, and Plainview are all 1-3. If you remember, Plainview beat Cooper at the beginning of the year.
Mm-hmm. Legacy beat Plainview.
Legacy beat Plainview. Cooper beat Memorial the other day. So this is
It's a complete mess.
It's a matchup. And this is out at Plainview. And if I remember right, Coach Parr, who coached me at Iowa Park and I worked for at Plainview,
Did he really?
he's being inducted into the Plainview Athletic Hall of Fame.
I don't want to
this
go down a
weekend.
rabbit hole. Do you know Shannon Wilson
Shannon coached with me.
at Plainview? I've heard him talk about. I worked for Shannon. I was his OC at Bridgeport 2017 to 2020, and I've heard him talk about Coach Parra 200 times.
Yeah. Steve's an interesting cat.
Coach Conway,
But
I saw you
I
just got
will tell
on.
you this: Steve taught me a whole lot and was very good to me. So,
If you look close, Coach
congratulations.
Conway, Coach Chase having to wear a blue bandana for you. Coach Conway, the defense coordinator at City View.
Blue bandana don't. I can't remember the song. My red bandana, something. My auburn hair. I don't know.
Point taken.
It's technically a wild rag, and it keeps your neck warm. Yeah, or dust on the trail.
When I got up this morning, I could have used that. I bet you guys could have used it that morning practice.
Oh yeah, we could have used it this morning.
The Ball family, I've talked about Sam Ball. Well, his grandson gave me one for Christmas in 1983. I still have it, and I wore that sucker every time we played a cold ball game in Plainview, and I've been wearing them ever since. They keep your neck warm.
Yeah, they really are.
So
Who does Memorial got this week?
Memorial's got Plainview at Plainview. Memorial is 5-3, 1-3. It's kind of a must-win. It is for both these teams.
Yeah.
And Plainview's 3-5, 1-3, and they've got some talent. The night I saw them play, I wasn't that impressed. But I guess the night they played Cooper, very impressive.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a must-win. I talked to Coach Bindle last week before the Cooper game, and I asked him if the Cooper game was a must-win. He goes, "It's a need to win, but it's not a must-win."
But they're out of
But
must-win.
they're into must-wins.
Yeah.
Now.
I think the same could be said about Legacy.
Yes. And the thing that they're going to run into, and you got to remember in these big schools, if you're third and fourth in your district,
You gotta travel
go to them. Well, they are paired up with El Paso. So
I don't know if El Paso still has a Tony Lama outlet store, but if you're going out there anyway,
maybe I'll talk to.
go get you a new pair of Tony Lama.
Yeah.
Tony
So, I mean, it
Lama.
really looks like even if.
You
Even
know what
now,
the song is about.
even though if they do win out, I think that the best that maybe Memorial can get is third. So I mean, they're looking right dead into a El Paso road trip.
Different time zone.
Yeah,
8 o'clock start.
Frequent flyer miles.
yeah,
I've run out of gas coming back from El Paso.
I could understand it.
It is a long,
It's a long way out
drive.
there.
Been there too many times.
I like El Paso. I just
I like the drive out there. I don't like El Paso particularly.
El Paso's got some nice golf courses. There's some fun things to do if you don't mind getting into a little bit of trouble.
The last time I was in El Paso, we ate at
We're
Taco
gonna-
Casa.
Oh, really?
I mean, Cabana. Taco Cabana. What is that all about?
Yeah, you're in El Paso.
Yeah,
I
ate
Taco
at Taco
Cabana.
I'm
Cabana.
gonna tell you, if you go out
I
there,
like Taco Cabana. Though.
I mean, it's good,
but
not-
you're in El Paso.
Yeah, come on.
You probably get a real
I
deal.
want some of these Birria tacos.
Yeah, that's right.
if you go out there, when you get to Fabens, which is 30 miles outside of El Paso, when you get to the Fabens exit, you go north.
If you're a Memorial fan, you better take
And
notes.
you drive out there into the desert and you go about 5 miles. And there's a restaurant called Cattleman's. And it's where they film movies out there. It's worth stopping. Now you're gonna pay up. You're gonna spend some money out there, but it's worth eating. So
I
and then-
remember that. I didn't know that.
oh yeah,
Didn't
it's world renowned. It's got a critter zoo out there with all kinds of wildlife, and sometimes there's an old guy on a horse. But they film war movies out in that desert.
Because there's nothing out there.
No. So and I don't know. I haven't been out there in a while, but used to they still had like helicopters laying
From movie
From
shoots
movies,
and things.
yeah.
Well, that's cool.
Wow.
But I'm taking Memorial on the road.
I am too. I think Plainview. I don't think
I think
Plainview's as invested as when they lost, when they went on their little losing streak. I think they kind of gave up the ghost. I don't think Memorial has.
No, and it's just a difference of culture, I think, too, of Memorial's expecting to be where they're in the playoffs. They know that expectation is
Plainview's
big
hoping.
on them.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if Plainview has that.
Well,
I'm gonna take Memorial also.
now Legacy, on the other hand, has Paladuro, who's leading the district. Paladuro 7-1 on the season, 4-0.
Now,
Legacy
Coach
2-7.
Coach Gar said Cattleman is legendary.
Yeah, got him right. Coach Gar knows where to eat.
That's right. That's right.
Am I wrong, or is this kind of a? I could be. I paid pretty close attention, but is Paladuro being this good's a little bit of an off?
Yeah, I would think so.
I know Amarillo's been really good. Caprock's been good. I don't remember the last time Paladuro was this good.
Paladuro always has speed. You can't ever count them out. They
have a couple of D1 guys on.
they
in their skill positions out there this year.
They're
I know Gar's
always-
probably one that we could talk to. I know Gar knows this district inside out with all his Abilene teams in it, but yeah, Paladuro's skill guys are insane good this year. But they're normally not. I mean, they're normally not having power.
Was Coach Gar's a single wing guy?
He ran some single wing.
Might need hit. Can come to Archer City, Coach. Need some help.
No,
He
Paladuro.
run it
Now you
a
go back
bit.
to the '80s. They
Had a
ran. They
quarterback
ran.
pretty good named
They
J.T.
ran.
Barrett.
Oh, yeah.
They ran the wishbone back then, and you couldn't hardly beat Paladuro. They were good.
Well, this is another year that
They've
They're
got some
really good.
kids that can run usually.
Yeah. they're really good, and I think this goes back. I think Legacy is definitely on the way up. They got a lot of young kids. They're starting freshmen. They're starting a lot of sophomores. I think they only have a handful of seniors that play.
Well,
So they're going the right direction. But sometimes you just run into too many weapons.
well.
And you know what? One thing too, Legacy's always a skill team as well. They're a skillful team. It's just they got the young skill, and Paladuro has older skill. And
Well,
I
they've
think
got
that's
a young
different.
offensive lineman.
Yeah.
But I will say this, and this is just me. I saw them play Plainview. They're getting better, and moral victories really suck.
Stink. Yeah.
Kind of like if you live in Arkansas,
Amen.
it's kind of like kissing your sister. It's only legal there.
If you live in Arkansas, I mean, it's just a joke. Not kind of.
I mean, but there's a big difference with
But-
15-year-olds playing 17,
Yes.
18-year-olds.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when you look
definitely,
into your parking lot at football practice and you got one kid giving 30 a ride home, you got
Been there.
young kids. Yes,
Been
I
there.
have.
We're
too.
there.
And we all know, and if you've coached long enough, you all know. But when you have young kids, I mean, it's just not a fair competition.
But Legacy is playing hard.
They
And
are.
I
And
expect them to give Paladuro the best.
Coach
shot.
Davis has got the culture changed over there. They got a lot of discipline going on over there, and they're heading the right direction. They're just running into a team that's already in the direction.
Mhm.
Good luck, Legacy. I'm gonna pull for you for the upset.
Are they at home?
No, yeah, they're at Legacy. So
Okay. That helps.
yeah, Paladuro, and it'll be warmer. It's liable to be snowing at Paladuro.
Yeah. No doubt.
No doubt. That panhandle's a different animal.
Oh boy.
They don't even know what the weather forecast is up there.
No, they
just
know wind's going to blow.
you wear your coat to school and it might be 80 degrees and it might be 20. They don't know.
Go play.
Go play. All right. Moving to Graham, who's had a heck of a season. Brock's 3-0 and Graham's 3-0. Tied for the district title right now. Eagle Mountain 2-1, Mineral Wells 1-2, Burke and Bridgeport 0-3. And I don't think anybody's eliminated from the playoff.
No, because it's going to come down to the last game more than likely for that fourth spot. And we've talked about how Burke's offenses continue to get better. They've kind of struggled defensively a little bit, but it's going to come down to more than likely Mineral Wells Burke game. If Burke can beat Bridgeport this week.
Burke has Bridgeport this week, so that's
both
of them 0-3, but
the winner's still alive. And the loser still could be alive because they could end up having a three-way tie for fourth.
You're right.
So it's a kind of a
you read
wild
Zach
district.
Duncan's column? It was a pretty good
Is he already
scenario.
laying it down?
Yeah, it was a good
that's why
scenario.
he's got to be on the show next week to get us all figured out.
But Burke Burnett 0-2, Bridgeport 0-3, but Burke's got a chance.
I like Burke. I really
They're
do.
at
I like Burke in
Bridgeport.
this game.
You're a former Bridgeport.
Yeah, as a I think I made this joke last year, so if I did, pardon me. But if as a former Bridgeport Bull, I'm gonna take Burke.
Yeah, well,
I don't know if you made the joke or not, but that's pretty funny.
I had the opportunity. I saw Bridgeport. My son's a senior at City View, and we went and played them in the first game of the year. And after watching that game, I think Burke's offense is going to be able to do what they want to do.
I agree.
Let's see, Coach Rivers. Gar needs to wait a couple more weeks before helping with the single wing. I guess you got Seymour coming up.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us, Coach Rivers. You need to come join us one evening.
Yeah,
Let us know. Get you out
we
here.
got 3 fire pits going and a smoker. And it's
Good as it gets.
It's actually nice and toasty out here. Coach Wright keeps going to one fire pit.
Yeah, you got to warm up.
That one over yonder, it throws out the most gas. But it's when I drink coffee by in the morning.
If you're any of the coaches out there watching this, man, you guys are welcome to come out here any Wednesday that we do this. We have plenty of room. Coach always has plenty of food, so just come on out and
And now
enjoy
we
it.
got free seasonings.
Got
so-
seasonings and everything. So
I'm not trying to give away too much to Coach Rivers, but we're really starting to transition back to the spread for the last game next year. So
yeah, I mean that's
Lots
probably what I would do.
lots of doubles and trips, empty. That's kind of what we're looking at.
Years ago, when not as
Stuck over here.
many people, you might want to kick that back in.
What's that?
I pulled it out looking for something. Anyway, I'm
Maybe
sorry.
I got caught up on it. Foot got hung.
we
We
got
fell
to-
out of my chair.
A friend of mine,
That'd been
Robert
interesting.
Wood, was coaching at Kahoma, and they were getting ready to play Crane the last ball game of the year. And Crane,
Bulldogs and the Golden Cranes. What
Crane, Coach Cherry was still coaching at Crane then, and Robert's team. Robert was a wing T guy, and they were done for the year. And I got to the last game, and Robert wanted to go to the spread in the future. So he drew their plays up on index cards, and he sent them in on the index card, and it was like a scout team. He would hold up, the guy would hold them up, and they would run the play drawn on the court.
Those are the games that always scared me going in. Like if you're playing a team that's kind of already out, they don't have nothing to lose.
Mm-hmm.
And I was always like, what are they going to do? Like,
Yeah.
I know you're going to see all the trick plays because you keep it interesting for your kids.
Sure.
But, you you just never know what somebody's going to come out in. I mean, you just really don't.
And I'm honestly fine with that. One year we were playing Kermit last game of the season. They were out. We had a good team. I mean, we were undefeated. We were 9-0 going into that game.
Playing the Frogs.
We were playing the Frogs. And
If they're not the Frogs,
Classic.
they need to change it.
their coaching staff,
Yellow Jackets.
Oh, that's so
I kind
dumb.
of felt bad about it. Their coaching staff had already been told they would not be coming back next year. So they ran the dive all night, every play.
Run
we're
that
just-
clock.
We're just killing it. They're getting negative yards every play. And we kept getting a short field. Hell, I played everybody on the team. We beat them like 50-something. And then they're mad at me for running up the score. No.
No.
You did no game planning, and
You ran the dive.
you ran the dive. So you would go 3 and out on your 20 and punt the ball, and we get it on the 40 and go score in 2 plays.
Yeah,
That is not my fault.
That's not his fault.
Do
What game?
do you
what game
remember
were we
that?
I do vividly.
Yeah.
They really did that.
Oh,
two
we're
days
on
in
the
a row.
Bridgeport game.
Kermit Yellow Jacket.
Kermit Frogs.
Yeah. Barbadad's going to get the win this week.
Yeah, I like Burke. I think
Graham
that
and Brock
offense-
are playing for the district championship, basically, at Brock.
I like Brock in that one.
Yeah, again, I think Brock's on a different level this year.
They don't have Arrington.
That's true. They do not have the filmer
They
at
have-
Brock that they have at.
I've heard
Right.
he's going to be nominated All-City Filmer this year.
Man.
He's going to get a pass for his
You know,
butter jacket.
First team all district.
All-City.
Filmer?
All-City.
All
I didn't
City.
say All-District
He ain't made it to
I'll
that
tell you.
point.
Funny thing about Brock.
or All-Area because he may be better than the guy over at Woodson.
When I was in high school, Brock didn't play football, and I went to Boyd, and we had some really good teams in that time that
Yeah,
we were
for
there.
Sure.
And we would every time we'd play Brock in basketball, our student section would hold up this big sign that said "Play us in football." And
Yep.
Boyd has never beaten Brock in football
Oh.
one time, so that kind of came back to bite us a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean,
You getting cold over there?
I get cold
So
easy.
you can pump that up a little bit.
I'm
It's not gonna
thinking
hurt my
about
feelings.
all right.
Get a little chilly out here at the cook shack. We got to turn the heat up over here.
Coach Wright's leaving, I guess.
Yeah, he's had enough.
I guess I could put my gloves back on.
Yeah, so I mean, and that's what's crazy about it. You know, I mean, that was one of those deals. Brock was always so good in football or in basketball, and they didn't want to really play football. And
Well-
then they start football, and they were good at it.
And it's the same. You know, I can remember vividly. I'm not too old just yet. I can remember being in high school, and Peaster didn't have football either.
That's right.
And they were both in our basketball district. And I remember we thought always, Peaster would be good at football. They had some-
Feature's the reason I played Bells
yeah.
2 times a year because they got in district. Oh, I was pissed.
And Peaster
Because I had
had
to
these big,
redo my
good-looking
schedule.
kids, and Brock had these long, lanky basketball. And so we thought, man, Peaster could be good at football. Brock, they're never.
Yeah, they're gonna be any good.
And shout out to Coach Owens over there at Peaster. He's a good buddy of mine. He's doing a great job. Peaster's
they
having
got
a
Mick
great
Tom's son.
You know,
Yeah.
they and they
I
had
bet
a.
he- I bet
And
he
we'll
gets
probably
tired
get
of
into that district here shortly, but I'm telling you what, they had, Paradise ranked number 2 in the state.
Had
in
them on
that
the
district,
ropes.
but they've been on the ropes twice. Vernon
Yeah.
had them on the ropes, and they wiggled off, and then
Man,
Peaster had them on the
that
ropes.
Vernon Peaster game next week will be a
that's gonna be
banger.
that's gonna be a dandy. That'll
Yeah.
definitely be a game of the week candidate for sure.
yeah,
Be worth going to.
for sure.
But I'm on as bad as I do not like rooting for Brock.
I wear my Graham Steer blue right
so
here.
I have a hard time either pulling for them. So I'm pulling for an upset with the Steers, but it
Me
would be a
too.
huge upset.
I'll pull for the upset. I'm going to pick Brock, but
Yeah.
I'm going to pull for the upset.
Arrington.
Yeah, I mean Brock is on a different level, and I think they're going to win, but I just cannot. pull for them.
Arrington beat the JV team at the Coleman Blue Cats. You know about them.
I've been there. Yeah,
We thought
I'm a blue cat.
Frank and I thought blue cat. We thought they were talking about catfish,
Catfish. No, it's
it's a blue cat.
it's a panther.
Yeah.
Always wondered.
So
What they say is it's a panther that's so black that when the sun reflects off of it, it's blue.
Coach Ochoa, I'm a De Leon fan, so when we do your game,
we
just
got
because
it
of y'all.
down.
We'll get you. We'll
they
get
got
you.
they got the Bangs Dragon this week.
It doesn't matter who
I don't
De
want to
Leon
get there
has;
yet.
they're winning, baby.
You daggone right.
Go, Coach
They're-
Bontrager.
They're my
De Leon. I hope he's
All right.
watching.
Yeah, they're my adopted team. It's the De
They're
Leon
the only
Bearcats.
team not in our area that we cover.
Yeah,
I don't know if this is true or not, but I coached with a guy at Granbury who was married to a girl from De Leon, and she was insistent that you do not say De Leon, you say De Leon.
De Leon. It's
I
kind
don't,
of like
I don't know if
Colorado
that's true
City.
or not. I don't know.
Colorado
City.
City.
Colorado.
Yeah,
And-
Colorado.
Yeah.
And technically, it's Highway Park.
It's
Just
I didn't
throw
know that
out.
one.
It's
I didn't know
Highway
that one.
Park, not Iowa. We're not from
Yeah.
Iowa.
Oh,
We're
here we
from
go.
Highway.
Bontrager, we trust.
And K-Mate.
Oh, who said that? Coach
Yeah,
Owen?
Coach
Learned that
Whitaker.
one from
Brennan.
Coach Whitaker. Okay.
Yeah, head coach. We got the head coach of De
And
Leon.
Bontrager we
Bearcats.
trust.
Let's go.
Well, I don't blame
I'm
you.
sorry, Coach Whitaker. You
Because
should have called me about him.
We are
Just
America's
kidding.
best barbecue and football
That's
podcast.
right. That's right. I bet we're only high school football podcast that has a seasoning company and
A mug
a
company.
mug company sponsorship.
I don't know why.
Might be the only one.
You might be
I
the
tell
only
you
one.
what, if
They
we
do
could get somebody to sponsor the beef for
Yeah,
our show,
Yeah, we got to get that. That's our next. That's on my next. That's my next job.
they got to be wealthy.
That's
gone
right.
up.
Moving on along. What do we got?
Price of meat has gone up 3%.
Oh, that's crazy.
Crazy.
Really crazy.
I used to hate politics. When I was 18 in high school, I remember taking political science, and Coach Gocher,
Oh yeah.
he
had me.
He was a great teacher.
Yep.
But I remember thinking, who the hell cares?
You do.
Now I sit there and I watch Fox News and I get so mad. Turn it off and listen to the Bible for an hour just to calm myself down and know I'm going to heaven because I believe in Jesus.
That just made the Apple sign. Is that bad?
Well, maybe a
That's his-
demon in my phone. Accessory connected.
You know, MJ Baird said we need an intern
Yeah.
for us out here. You know,
Oh, I lost the recording. What'd you do to this?
I might be looking
I
for
think
a
we
job.
might have
I'll be
ran
an
out.
intern.
You might have ran out of time. I think you started that way early.
No, it doesn't run out of time.
See, that's how much I know.
This is gonna be bad.
Is that the Spotify?
Yeah, that's the spot.
Oh, you're back. You can blend them together. You're
Now
good at that.
it takes an hour or so, and that's a lot of work. That's what I need an intern.
Yeah, we need an intern.
Um,
We'll work on that. MJ, work on us. an
I'll
intern.
volunteer. I'll do it.
Yeah.
I might be looking.
I want somebody that looks like Vanna White, our intern.
Okay.
Vanna White in the 80s or Vanna White now?
She looks the same.
I like
doesn't she?
big hair.
I don't know if Vanna White ages. She's a
Well,
vampire.
And honestly, I like big hair. I wish the style would go back to big hair of the 80s where they sprayed enough
Aquanet.
Aquanet on it for that.
That's why we have cancer.
That's why we have skin cancer.
I mean,
Put
let's
all
be
the
real.
gloves on.
Hey, Figueroa. Hey, buddy. Glad you're on.
I see, you can't. You younger guys just don't realize how good the 80s were.
Tyler Green.
So, anyway, moving on. Owl Park at Vernon. Owl Park 0-4, having a hard
Let's
season.
look at that. Do you have the standings in this district? This is the one we're kind of
Paradise
talking about.
4-0, Paradise 4-0, Peaster and Vernon 3-1, Boyd 2-2, Ponder 2-3, Bowie 1-4, Owl Park 0-4.
Yeah, this district we knew was going to be tough from the get go. I mean, they have three teams that, in my opinion, all deserve to be ranked.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if Paradise is number two, if Paradise is number two, then Vernon and
Peaster
Easter
should
could
be.
be 3 and 4. I mean, that's how close I think that grouping is at the top. So that this district's very, very solid all the way through. I mean, I know you were from Boyd. Boyd's kind of a decent year for Boyd going moving forward with them, but
Paradise has got open this week, I believe.
I just think in that district, for me, the overrated team going into district was Ponder.
Agreed.
You know, they were putting up 70, 80 points. I just don't think they got themselves prepared for this district.
Bowie's got open this week.
So Bowie's open.
Bowie's open.
Who's this? Owl Park and who?
Owl Park and Vernon.
Vernon.
Now, normally you look at the records and you know about Owl Park injury reports. You say, well, Vernon's going to win. Owl Park plays Vernon well.
It's a huge rivalry game there.
Rivalry.
And, but man, I think, you know, we called that City View Vernon game. We were impressed with Vernon that night. And I think they've just continued to get better. And they went and gave Paradise all they wanted.
Could have won that game.
We could have won that game.
Yeah.
And so I just think with the injuries to
Vernon's
Owl
probably
Park,
going to win.
yeah, I think Line Express is rolling on.
I'm
Line Express.
pulling the upset. Owl Park Hawks fly high over in Vernon.
I'm gonna take.
Yeah.
I'll take Vernon.
Yeah, I think
But
the Lions
I'm
have
with
too
you on
many
the
weapons.
rival. I'm with you on the
Well, it
rivalry.
is
And
a
you never
rivalry.
know on those
It's the
games.
stadium's match.
Yeah,
I love both those stadiums.
Yeah,
So
great.
they're
great places.
identical.
Yep.
You know, Vernon built theirs first, and then Owl Park kind of copied them. Owl Park remodeled. Vernon kind of copied them. It's
Vernon does need some new turf.
Damn.
Their turf is starting.
I'll
to get
always have a
low.
soft spot in my heart for Vernon. When my first trip over there as the OC at Bridgeport, I'd been at bigger schools the previous 2 years, and I was up in the press box, and that was the first school I went to below the 5A level that had a bathroom in the press box.
Yeah.
So, soft spot in my heart for Vernon for that bathroom in the press
And
box.
now you're never going to get a press box.
No.
I have a soft spot because in 1977, 78,
I was one.
I scored a touchdown in Vernon. We won 6-0 over the 7th grade.
You were
Vernon
one?
I was
High.
one.
I wasn't born. I had about
77. That was 77.
Anytime I can get on
14 more
jab
years.
in on Oak Frank, I gotta get it in there.
1977 scored. That's pretty good for an offensive lineman.
Not
That's
bad.
good.
You're
Good
scoring. You were scoring when I was one, baby.
Yeah.
Dadgum right. Won that game.
All right. So you
6-0.
got the Hawks in an upset.
I got the Hawks. in the
Hawks
upset.
and
All right.
Vernon and Vernon.
They win. I'll wear my leather jacket next week.
If they win, I'll wear mine too.
I ain't wearing no Vernon stuff. I'm telling you. Nothing against Vernon. I just can't do it. All
Well,
right.
If the Hawks pull the upset, we'll do our show next week in letter jackets.
We'll have to fast for like 3 days.
Well, we might not
See
be
if I
able to
can
wear.
butt
We
that.
might just have to hold one.
Yeah, there you go. Just sling them over
On
your
the shoulder.
shoulder. Yeah.
Cut the arms off and look like I've been working out.
All
right.
Mine's like lime green too.
Bowie-
It's all faded. It's terrible.
Bowie's open. Boyd at Peaster. This is a big game for Boyd. If they win, they pretty well
He'll be in.
They clinch the playoff spot for the first time in a couple of years.
Who's this?
Boyd.
Boyd and Peaster.
Okay. So that's the game this
2
week.
and 2. Peaster 3 and 1. They're at Peaster. I think Peaster wins this game. I don't think Boyd has.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. I think Peaster wins. Go Coach Owens.
I think I'm going to make that a straight across board there. I think Peaster. We talk about losing games sometimes, kind of being a moral victory, but I think they just proved to their kids that they can play with anyone.
Mm-hmm.
And I just, sometimes you think of a loss like, oh, your kid's gonna be down. I think Peaster's excited now.
Yeah.
And they should be. I mean, if you go play the number 2 ranked team in the state, you just
Well, and Paradise
beside each other.
scored a defensive touchdown.
yes.
So
And late in the game.
Peaster was
Correct?
attempting to run the clock out, and Paradise scored a defensive touchdown.
Yes.
So I mean,
So they were right there. They
I
were just
mean,
knocking
yeah,
on the
That,
door. So
that makes you not sleep at night as a coach.
that's a game that
Man.
coaching staff's never going to forget. We
No.
talked about it. We talked about it last week. Between our game when y'all kicked the field goal, it hit the crossbar, and rolled in.
The games,
That's a game that I still like. Bothers me.
The games you lose close stick with you more than the games you win.
Yeah,
Sure.
you're 100% right.
I was fortunate to have a lot of good football seasons. My 0-10 season bugs the hell out of me.
Yeah.
It eats on me. It
Yeah,
still
it does.
eats on me. And I still think, what if I'd done this?
Yeah, and those are the years, and people don't understand when you're going through those years. You've done it, I've done it. Everybody, if you coach long enough, and especially if you coach in small schools, you're going to do it.
In the
You're
same
going to run
place.
through it. Yes,
Yeah, you're going to have cycles.
you're going to have cycles, and from our teams, our 10-win team to our no-win team, you work so much harder with that 0-10
man,
team than
yes.
you do with that really good team,
Yeah.
just because it's so much harder. You're trying everything. You're turning over everything you can turn. You're second guessing. You're third guessing yourself. What you're
Changing
doing,
practice schedule,
changing
changing the
stuff,
scheme.
try to do
what- yeah.
everything. And that's the part that I wish that parents would understand, and that that what you guys are doing behind the scenes, what coaches are doing behind the scenes, they don't get it. They don't have any idea what's going on. And those are the years that you have to bust your butt. And a lot of times you're busting your butt to just stay close in a game,
Well,
not even to win a game.
and I
You're
still-
probably not winning. You're trying to put your kids in the best position to have a chance.
I still
Yeah.
believe this as a coach, and again, I was fortunate enough to have a good record. But when I look back on seasons, I had a team that followed the Atkinson brothers, the twins, Mario and Ritchie.
Uh-huh.
Well, I don't remember what year it was. We went 3-7.
That was the year after 0-10.
Yeah,
That was my first year.
they were not a very good football team. But I could honestly say I love that team because, number one, they got better as the year went on. And number two, they played their tail off every week. And to me, that's all I could ever ask as
The
a coach.
district champs only lost that year.
Yeah, we beat Haskell for that year, pulled an upset. And there was, unfortunately, we had a death on the team about halfway through the season that just took the wind out of our sail. But the kids always played extremely hard. So as a coach, I could live with that team because we got beat. It was on because the other team was better.
Yeah.
And I could.
And you
live
don't
with
have,
that.
and those are the losses that didn't ever bother me. When you're playing a team and your kids played hard, they're just better than you. Those didn't bother me.
When you get beat and somebody didn't run a stunt or they busted the coverage because you didn't pay attention,
Yes.
or occasionally it's the coach's fault because they called something that immediately they realized, oh shoot, I shouldn't have called that.
Yeah. Or you feel like maybe there's one thing you underprepared them for, and that's what they got you with.
Well, if you get beat, you always second guess, but
100.
they haunt you.
Yeah, they do. They really do.
Unfortunately, the losses haunt. I remember them a lot more vividly than I remember any of my wins.
Yeah, so I don't know if I ever made the pick, but I'm going with Peaster.
Peaster
too.
across the board.
Greyhounds, they're fast.
I don't like Boyd. I did like Billy Joe Tolliver.
You know what? I don't either.
Oh, that's
Billy Joe
awesome.
Tolliver is the funniest quarterback ever.
Go Peaster, man. I never thought I'd say that. Go Peaster.
How about that?
Paradise has Ponder. You were saying Ponder you felt like was overripe. So
Who has Ponder?
Paradise.
Oh, Paradise. Yeah, this game's over early.
I think so too. Paradise is going to go 5-0, and Ponder drops to 2-4, which makes it interesting next week.
Yeah, it really does. It'd
Really
be
on who
curious,
wins this
who
week.
wins this week and all that. But yeah, I just really feel like, I mean, sometimes you got to know, and I get it. You got to find games you can win and everything else, but you going out winning 70-80-0 in games, they just was not preparing their team for what they were getting into.
It's interesting you bring this up. It's a realignment year.
Yep.
The numbers just got turned in. I always wanted one non-district team that I could beat the hell out of.
Yeah, you need one that you show up.
Yeah.
You're going to win.
But
You
the
gotta have
rest
that.
of them, I wanted somebody that I could beat or they could beat me. I wanted somebody good.
Well, because you got to find out what you really need to work on.
Well, it depends.
And it also depends on where you're at in your program.
Yeah. If you're
Yeah.
coming 0-10 and you need to win games. You need to win any game. They're all good
That's
wins.
right.
If you're 7-4 because you're good enough to make the playoffs but not good enough to win the playoff game, you want to play a schedule a little bit tougher.
Yeah. And then when you get established, you're going to play who will play you.
Yeah.
That becomes an issue.
That
And I'll tell you what's tough in this issue, and you know as well as I do, is when you become a 3A school and you get pretty good, it's hard to find games because the smaller schools don't want to play you, and they don't need to.
Well,
And then you try to play some bigger schools around us, and then they don't want to play because it looks bad if you beat them.
Yeah.
And they feel like you're probably going to beat them. So there's nobody to play. So
and
that's why we find
some
out
of
you
the
play some
smaller
games
schools-
way away.
I'll just use Windthorst for example.
They run into that issue.
They don't mind playing the varsity, but it's hard on their sub varsity, or they don't mind playing you, but they can't play 5 of you.
Yeah.
And that becomes an issue because they don't want to get so beat up that their team can't play in district.
Yeah.
And I understand that too. I've been there.
Yeah, you have to. At the end of the day, you got to do what's best for your program and what's best for your kids.
I always thought I always tried to do this, but it didn't always work out. Being 3A Division II at Holiday, I wanted to play 3A Division I. That way, when and if we ever went up, we were used to playing that level.
Another thing that's hard kind of is on those realignment years is scheduling for 2 years. You know, sometimes you look like I can tell you just from experience this last realignment, I really scheduled for last year's team. You know, the Ansons and the Alvards and guys like that. And if it was an every year schedule, you know, you wouldn't schedule those guys.
And it sometimes I always thought that it maybe should be a 1 year deal, just because of the fact that situation.
Yeah.
You know, if you have a senior heavy team coming in for the year, you've got to get that group ready because you're going to make a run. But you know, you got to look the next year and say you lose 20 seniors.
It's a different situation.
It's a different animal.
Yeah.
But so if you schedule these teams the next year, you know, like, I'm not sure if I can find any wins in this situation.
Well, it's when you tell your sub-varsity coaches, don't run up the score on everybody. We don't want to make them mad because we got to play them
play them again. That's right. That's right. All right, what's the next one on
tap? All right. Moving on to our old district. Jacksboro's 3-0. Holiday and City View are both 2-1 after last week. And I know City View will get to this. They're now Holiday Eagle fans.
Definitely Holiday Eagle fans.
Henrietta's 1-2, Millsap's 1-2, Valley View 0-3. Valley View's done. I think everybody else has.
They have scored 6 points this year.
Millsap at City View 3-5. Millsap 1-2 versus 6-2. City View 2-1. City View is a good football team, but they've got some injuries. Hopefully nothing.
Yeah, they got some injuries right now, so they're going to limp into this Millsap game. The Holiday game was a great win, but it was also a tough.
This is
tough
a trap game for City View.
Definitely a trap game. It's a game that you're so high off the big win at Holiday, and coming into a game that you feel like you should win. But you're playing a team that plays really hard for their coach because their coach is a super dude and a guy that like all the coaches that coach against him have so much respect for. And his kids always are going to play hard.
Yeah.
And they're going to come in. They're going to come in town and they're going to be ready to go. And and they're one of those teams. If you're kind of beat up, City View's beat up right now after that Holiday game, and if you come in and let a team, a Coach Johnson team, hang around. They're just going to build on it because he's going to have Jake Johnson. They're going to have so much excitement and energy from that coaching staff that's just going to bleed into those kids because that's just how they play. Mama Jean, 8 o'clock. And so they got to come out quick and get hot and get up on Millsap and make sure Millsap knows that they're not supposed to be there. Yeah. But it's going to be a little bit difficult with some of the kids they have out.
This is a game where you hope your senior leadership.
And they are fortunate enough. City View, I think, has 21 or 22 seniors on that team.
You hope they take care of it because, as a coach, no matter how much you preach to your kids, hey, you better be ready. You better be ready. The kids have got to do that. They've got to be ready. It's not you.
We've all been parts of games where they didn't go that way.
No.
And we were talking about young teams, and Millsap's one of those young teams. And Hull just said that Millsap is the future of that district.
I mean, I was just about to say, we scrimmaged Millsap, and you're exactly right. I don't know a coach that doesn't have the utmost respect for Coach Johnson.
Well, if you don't, you're not going to say it to his face.
Heck no. He does a great job, and I want to say they're starting 18 sophomores out of 22 kids. They're young,
they're pups,
and they're getting better every week, and they're going to be really good.
And his son's a
stud.
If City View has had a good week of practice, I think City View rolls.
I agree.
If they took them lightly and said, "That coach, we beat Holiday, we're good," and start beating their chest,
it'll be a battle.
It'll be a tough one, and they're going to play hard. I mean, Millsap's going to play hard, but in flipping that, those City View kids are going to play hard.
Oh, I have no
100%.
doubt. I'm just saying it's not a game that you.
Yeah, you're not going to have. They can't come out flat.
Football's a game that you better be mentally prepared to play. If you're not, we've all seen those teams that are supposed to win and get beat.
That's right. It's high school kids.
Yeah.
I mean, you're dealing with 16,
You're
17,
dealing
with-
18-year-olds
in the ultimate team game.
in the ultimate team game.
If
That's right.
Millsap wants to win, they need to pay for my gas over to City View, and I'll pull for City View.
Yeah, I mean, if that you're not allowed
I
to
know.
come over this week
Well,
unless
actually,
you're
I'm
pulling for
thinking
Coach.
about going over.
Unless you're going for Coach Johnson.
thinking about going to Archer this week.
Come on. Sideline pass.
Yeah,
I
here we
don't
go.
know who I'm going to pull for.
Yeah.
You don't want him to pull
You
for
don't
you.
want me to pull for
Don't want him to pull for you.
anybody
He's
I
pretty
pull
bad.
for this year has lost.
Has
Well, you
lost.
better
He's
pull
not
for
good.
Coach Blasingame then. You guys
Yeah.
are y'all used
Well,
to
he
coach
is.
together,
He's
right?
a Blasingame
Yeah,
fan.
that's
So if
right.
he goes,
That's right.
we know he's getting some passes.
But
For him.
I'm
you go.
going to tell you, I like the history of Archer City.
Yeah, you talk about it a lot.
Larry McMurtry,
I've been in his mansion.
I like reading his books.
Yeah.
Just-
Johnny Bart Hudson got me in there. I hope he's watching.
So you don't really remind
It's so
me
crazy
of the
we've
coach
done this.
in
Like we'll have
the last
2,500
picture
views
show.
on this thing.
Have you seen it?
I have.
You don't
And I
remind-
never even knew it was a thing until I got to Archer, and I got so much. I heard so much about it. I watched it.
Yeah, you don't remind me anything of the coach in the last picture show, but I just really enjoy Archer history.
It's a really cool place. A lot of history.
It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great little country club too.
Yeah, I play golf occasionally
Yeah,
with
yeah.
Shannon over there. Not very often. I'm a horrible golfer. Holiday at Henrietta. Holiday's 2-1. Henrietta's 1-2. Throw the records out. This is
Yep.
This is.
The record's out the window, Coach Owen.
I'm curious to see if Henrietta's seniors will run across the field during the game in their Halloween costumes.
Have you seen that before?
Yeah, they do it. They do it during JV games for sure, but the JV games over here at Holiday. So I don't know if they do it at the varsity game. It's a penalty.
I'm gonna go with no. But I'm gonna take Holiday.
They may do it.
Are you
during
talking
their
about the
junior high.
Halloween?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a true deal.
I did not know that.
They do. I've been there, watched it.
Have they ever done it in a varsity game? I know they do it in the JV.
It wouldn't shock
sub-varsity.
me. It wouldn't shock me.
Well-
I'm taking HHS in this game though.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm a
Good pick.
100% winner.
This
on
is
that.
a heck of a rivalry.
It is. It is. Really is.
You know, I think Henrietta, probably more so for them, Henrietta, I don't care if they win one game a year as long as it's Holiday. They always play well. You know,
Yeah.
They're doing a lot of renovations over there, and it's going to be really cool. They're building that school into their stadium, kind of like Godly. That's how they're building that.
And that place is amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Well,
They kind of went and visited that a lot, and so they're
Yeah.
tying it into that. But there's some
Granbury's a little bit like that.
there's some they at Henrietta their coaching boxes are deer blinds right now.
Yeah.
So their press box is in the middle of a big deer blind, and then on each side there's coaches deer blinds. So there's no press box on the home.
they
side.
have many deer come out on the turf.
I don't know, but
Put
maybe
a feeder out there.
Why
and see what
not?
happens.
they might have somebody up there if them kids come running on that field in their costume.
I knew a guy.
Maybe the kids will come out at like halftime.
I wish
to
I
keep
could
the
remember his
tradition
name. I met a guy when I was at Colorado City. He would come home. He was from Sea City. He coached football in Alaska. And he would come home in June, and he'd always come up to the White Room and talk to me. But he would tell me about when they went to football practice in Alaska, they had a turf field. They would have to get the principal and the superintendent and assistant principal and somebody else to stand on each corner of the football field with rifles.
Polar bears?
Polar bears.
Yeah. I believe it.
Wow, that's crazy. But back to the game, who I've been impressed with a lot is the
Their
sophomore
running back.
That sophomore running back for
He can-
Henrietta.
Coleman.
Coleman.
He's
Yeah.
a player.
His brother's a big target outside.
Man.
And,
We've got
I
a
think-
film of them against Windthorst, and they're talented, very talented.
How does Holiday respond to the loss?
Yeah,
the
well,
big
that's
question.
what Jonathan Hull was just saying. that he wouldn't want to face a holiday team after a loss.
You would think Hull would come out here every week.
Yeah, Hole, I can't believe you don't just come out here every week. He
Come
acts
on.
like he has a kid or
Come
something.
on,
now.
Jonathan.
'Cause
You're better than that whole
he
shebang.
doesn't mind talking that football, and I don't think he minds eating.
No, he missed out on some good food tonight.
He did. Every week's good food.
Yeah, I
And it's
agree.
even better with Big Papa's.
Big Papa's, I'm telling you.
Right.
I can't wait to get to Uncle Rudy's chicken rub. I'm
And-
telling you that much right now.
I think he missed out on the mug.
He did miss out. He's going to have to come back out and get it, though, Paul. Oh, he said fat joke. Nobody said anything about
I didn't
fat.
say being fat. I said being happy.
Happy. We're all
Happy.
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 You got to come back out and get your mug. Sports Center. But, yeah, I like Holiday in this
You
game. I
see-
think they'll rebound.
Barbecue and football,
Doesn't get any better.
it really doesn't. And we got a heater going. The wind died down. We got baseball in the back. 3-1 Toronto.
And I there's just two teams that I always wish they could both lose.
Yeah.
I just don't like either one of
I'm a
them.
Dodgers fan.
Oof.
We are not friends no more.
Woof.
I
I knew you love
got-
California.
No, it's
I
not
knew it.
California.
Do with the 80s.
A guy I coached with in Plainview was on the Brooklyn Dodgers farm club.
You are old.
Yeah, Ed was old, and he played catcher, and he did not have one straight finger. He
Oh,
would be
yeah.
if Ed was still alive, he would be 90, 95, something like that. But he would talk about.
Y'all went to high school together?
I coached with him.
Oh.
He Ed would talk about spring training in Cuba, and he liked to smoke cigars, but he talked about how great it was. Then he got drafted to the Korean War. I said, "What'd you do in the Army?" He said, "Played baseball." I said, I looked at him and said, "Yeah, everybody that was in the major league or minor league that got drafted, we were put in special services, and we just went around." This is back there in Korea. He said, "We just went around and played exhibition baseball games."
Huh.
He said, "I got out."
Entertainment for the
Yeah,
troops,
he
I guess.
said, when the war was over, or when he got out, he said, "I got married, had kids, and I gave up baseball." But Ed was a Dodger back when it was Brooklyn, and ever
Okay.
since then, I
I'll
have
give
been.
you the benefit of the doubt on
Yeah,
that.
that'll
I
be
guess
all
we
right.
can still be friends.
Yeah.
Ed Moore was
I'll be all right.
he was a good
guess
coach,
we'll give you a
and I
second. Give you a second chance.
enjoyed listening to his stories. So anyway, and the funny part about Ed, he get a new pair of coaching shoes. He had big ass feet,
Big old feet.
and he would take a pocket knife
Big
and
old
cut
feet.
the sides of it out of his shoe, so his feet would fit in them. And when he passed away, I so desperately wanted to open the coffin to see if he had real shoes on or shoes that had the side cut out. of
You
them.
would. You.
I couldn't help it.
I wouldn't expect anything different.
It was funny.
That's awesome.
Anyway,
Let's
moving on.
moving on.
That's why people watch this show.
Yeah, well,
That's right.
You learn stuff on this show.
Holiday
I learn
gets-
something every week.
Holiday gets the victory in Henrietta. Valley View 0-3, playing Jacksboro 3-0.
Jacksboro.
Over early.
Yeah,
I was super impressed
this
with
is when-
Jacksboro in the City View
This is
game.
when they
That
need-
quarterback's the real deal. He is
I'm sure
really,
City
really
View
good.
is hoping for the
They need an
upset,
upset.
but
They need an upset. And
I think Jacksboro is going to roll. And it's
the
gonna
big game is next week. As long as everybody that's supposed to take care of business takes care of business this week. It's one of those games, though, Frank, and you know where I'm going to go with this. Is City View's really hoping for they can't win a district championship unless Jacksboro loses somebody they shouldn't lose to, because with them being negative 15, they're out of it.
Yeah, play.
But if
Holiday's gonna win by
Holiday-
11,
If Holiday would just win against Jacksboro, if they just win against Jacksboro, there would be a 3-way tie, but Holiday would get second.
yeah, but let me
Yeah.
ask you
And
this,
if
Rudy.
you get third, you play Gunner in the third round instead of the second round.
How many district titles in football has City View ever got?
I don't know if we got one.
So a co-champion.
Did we have a co-champion
Hey, you still get a
Can't
trophy.
You get-
We've-
to
I think
me-
we might have a co-champion,
to me,
but we haven't won one outright.
At this point, in City View's football history, you get
Yeah, they need a co.
the co-championship would
Yes,
be great.
yeah,
And-
and that's what they want to happen because they want it to go co, and then they could roll into the 3 seed. Or I'm talking out of.
yeah. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
I'm saying I am. I'm not saying the coaches are. Don't get that mixed up. I'm just saying, looking out.
Yeah,
I would
you
rather
don't
play
want to go
Gunner in the
second.
third round
delay
than
Gunner.
second. You would delay them because you never know. The longer you get going in the playoffs, somebody gets hurt.
Well-
you get that momentum. You play it out of your mind one night and
we
upset
were
them.
talking about.
We almost did it
I
once.
was talking about my oldest son's team a while ago about beating Kermit the Frogs really bad. Well, that year, Wall went Division II, and we beat them for the district title. We went to Division One. There's 3 teams taken to the playoffs. We had a bye.
Terrible.
I hated it, but we end up winning area round, and we get beat in the 3rd round against a good Littlefield team. Wall gets to the quarterfinals, and this made me so mad. They ended up with more trophies than we did, and we were a much better team.
I mean, it happens.
It does. Sometimes the secret to having a great season is the right playoff bracket. They got a good playoff bracket.
Draw.
Mhm.
Now,
The draw is everything.
The draws, it means a
Yep.
lot. I remember it might have been Archer City back a while back, and it was when they had the bye weeks in that classification, and they had a week 10 bye on their regular schedule, and then they won district and they had a 1st round bye in the playoffs.
2
And
weeks.
so
without
they
a
had
game.
2 weeks without a game and then had to go into a 2nd round game, got upset. And I was like, because they haven't had an
Yeah.
opportunity
well, see,
to
that's
play
what-
in like
that
3
almost
weeks,
happened to
basically.
us.
Because you have the bye week